What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode today of the Road to Glory career mode. Thank you for your support on the last episode. There was a few comments I went through as well and took a look at. One of them being from Luce. He said, can we get our youth academy going? I actually forgot. I didn't even send the youth scout out. So we've sent him out. He's setting up his scouting network now. Jamie Mason, of course, still in England. And we will, of course, when we get some scout reports back, check those out and sign a few more players for our youth. Also, there was a few comments that I read as well regarding potential signings, of course, which with the window finishing the way it is, we can't sign anybody at the moment, but I will kind of take a look through those again come January and maybe look at a few of those signings. There was a couple of other comments as well, one regarding Voss. When I asked yesterday about, how do I make my players make runs down the right, there was a comment on there as well. But you said maybe we should play Voss at right back. At first, I was against that idea, but now I've looked at him, and you know what? He does have medium defensive, so he would be kind of looking to go back. His crossing's decent. If we just trained up his, I would say, defending stats, then it could be a possibility to try him out at right back. And maybe Riley isn't necessarily the man to play that position for us. But one of the comments which I am going to actually act upon in today's episode was changing the formation. With the Angel Gomez injury, which, as you know, came at a really bad time. It wasn't necessarily a great situation for us. It means that now with that cam, we're going to have to change it. So, we are going to be going back to a 4-4-2 just to try it out for this little bit here. And we'll see if it's going to work. I'm going to still play the team as it would be with Ryan Leonard and Dean Parrott in the middle. But we're going to start with a 2 up top with Rose coming into the side. Because that was the comment that was left. So, that's what we're going to do. I'm also going to change around the side ever so slightly here because we are going to be playing against Bradford City straight away in this episode. So I don't want to start us top 11, I guess you could say, with this being a, what is it? I can't remember. What's the competition called? Checker Trade Trophy. That's it. I was lost for a second. I couldn't remember what it was called. So we're going to start up a couple of, I guess, fringe players that necessarily wouldn't be playing every game for us. So let's change it around. Ocampos can come in. We can play Reigns. We're going to bring on Hill, for Green. And I'm also going to bring off Adelakun. And maybe I will start Kinsella. Let's do that. Let's start Kinsella. Let's start Lamine Endau out on that right. And let's play that side for this game up against Bradford. Let's get into it. Actually, now I think about it, I also want to bring off Ryan Leonard as well. Because I don't want to be starting Ryan Leonard in a game like this. So let's give Walker a start. There we go. And let's go into it with that team right there on the screen. Kinsella starting his first game for Crewe Alexandra. And it's a 4-4-2 as well for this Checker Trade Trophy game against Bradford. We'll see if we can get through this. I mean, there's really no point in me playing it because it's not like I guess I'm going to be judged upon our success in the Checker Trade Trophy. But just so I can get a little bit of game time, a little bit of, I would say, practice before we get into the important games. This could be quite important to do so because I haven't played FIFA in a couple of days. So let's see what happens when we take on Bradford right now for this game. Oh, brilliant from Cooper as he finds Rose. It is Rose through for 1-0. Rose! And it is 1-0 to Crewe. It was one pass through and we took the lead from it. Bradford had kept the ball pretty well for the opening 10 minutes and they were knocking it about in the middle of the park. I guess trying to work the space, but then they gave it away straight to Cooper. Cooper to Rose. Rose in behind and he makes the finish happen as well. It is 1-0 Crewe in this Checker Trade Trophy game. And we are on course to be knocking out Bradford City here. There's a long way to go, though, so there's still anything possible here. But that is a very good start. Great turn from Cooper. And Cooper still going here. Finds Rose with a nice pass. Rose has got Lamine Endau making a great run. It is Endau in behind for 2. It's a good save. Endau, though, on the rebound. That is one of the most lucky goals we're going to score in this game today. But we've got the second. It's Lamine Endau from Rose. And I tell you what, that goalkeeping is not fantastic. The ball over's pretty good. And then Endau touched there, bang. And then he hits it straight at the goalkeeper. To be honest, I don't think the keeper could have done too much. He made the save, but Lamine Endau just gets a little bit lucky with the rebound coming straight back at him. And it is Bradford 0, Crewe 2. 2 goals inside 10 minutes there, 12th minute and the 22nd minute separating them, of course, 10 minutes between the two. And we're 2-0 up. Pretty good. And we haven't really looked shaky defensively just yet because we haven't really had too much to defend against, to be honest. So let's keep this up, boys. Oh, brilliant play. Kinsella! Oh, no! It was very nearly Kinsella's first Crewe Alexandra goal. Great play with a setup. Cooper through to him. He hits it first time, and it's off the outside of the woodwork. There's not really too much differently I could have done there. Kinsella was through. It was very, very nearly his first Crewe goal. I'm intrigued, actually, because when I signed Kinsella on that free agents, I thought maybe he'll be like, you know, one of these players that comes through and they'll stay with us for the long term of this, like, you know, series. In which case, he might score over 100 goals for Crewe, and he's yet to find the first, and that could have been it. It would help if when you're trying to play the pass back, it actually played it to the right player, because that pass from Cooper there has just allowed Bradford now to have a chance here. I mean, he's got no reason why he's playing it all the way back there. There's a player completely through on, and that's got to be a penalty. It is a penalty. Tried to block the ball. I wasn't getting anywhere near it. But, again, it all comes from Cooper. Playing a pass backwards to someone who just doesn't need to play the pass to. Simple as that. It's a stupid pass to try and make. Rain's booked for this one. Rippart steps up for Bradford. We're not going to get a clean sheet, but we are through regardless. Actually, we're going to get the clean sheet. Hill saved it. That's, I guess, some justice in the aspect that I didn't mean the pass with Cooper there to go the way it did. Hang on a minute, because Evans could be in for 3. He can't. He hasn't got the legs. Disappointing. Oh, well, that clean sheet I spoke about. Nope, Hill's again there to make the save. Why can't I defend? It's like as soon as we hit this 90-minute stage, I just then can't defend anymore. It's weird. They've got the keeper up from the back. Corner ball, 90 minutes in for Bradford. Clear this one away, boys. There we go. Hudson-Odoi. What can you do with it? Just get it away. Nope, not quite. The referee's going to blow his whistle anyway. There we go. 2-0 win. We get through to the next round of the Checkatrade Trophy with a 2-0 victory in a game where we completely controlled that one. So that's a good performance to showcase that we can do the business in these divisions. I'm not quite sure. Bradford's still League One. I'll check that right now. But that's a good win regardless. All right, so that's the team I've switched to. Green, the back four of James, McDonald, Conser, Lee. We have Dickinson, Hudson-Odoi, Ryan Leonard, Adelakun, and Rose and Endow up front. So again, it's a very good squad, this one, and one that should be able to do well. Injuries to Voss, injuries to also, who's the other guy that's injured? I can't remember off the top of my head. Of course, you've got Gomez out injured, which doesn't help. But yeah, there's a couple of injuries, which means they would have been playing. If they hadn't have been, Voss would have been playing, of course, but sadly with that injury means he can't. So that's the side regardless. Barnsley the next opponents. Let's do this. Here we are then. Game number 2. We're in the blue today. And we're looking for another 3 points. It's going to be tough. We're on the road at Barnsley. They are a good side. So yeah, we're going to have to play very well in order to get these 3 points. But we can do it. And I feel like the side that we've got is good enough to at least push for I'd say, promotion this year. Hudson-Odoi straight away into Lamine Endow, who turns his man pretty well. Endow to Dickinson. Dickinson with a cross towards the back post. It's a great run. It's not going to work out, though. Just for a minute there, I thought that man that was running towards the back post was going to get his head on that one, and we were going to go 1-0 in front, but it wasn't quite meant to be, as George Moncur is going to get that one away. That was a really interesting start, that. Barnsley tested, and they stepped up to the plate and dealt with it. Barnsley have got a lot of players behind the ball here. They've got one man stood up front. And other than that, everybody else is behind the ball. James to Rose. Rose, Endow's through. Got to be. Yes, it's the rebound. It's 1-0. He should have put that away with the first chance that he had, and he didn't put it away. He missed a couple of opportunities last episode as well. Really not happy about his finishing at the moment. But I tell you what, he's quick to react once again, like he just was against Bradford. And to I guess, be harsh, you know, the goalkeeper makes a fantastic save, and his defenders just don't react in order to clear that one away. Lamine Endow gives us the lead inside the 30th minute. It was Rose with a nice little pass through, disguised it actually pretty well. And we switched to the 4-4-2, brought Rose into the side up that top spot, and it's worked out in this first, I guess, league game of today's episode here with that. It's both strikers involved, one setting up the other, and it's a dream start to the game. Fantastic win back from Conser. And here he goes, the centre-back. I mean, I've taken him a little bit out of position, which isn't great, but he's still on the run. It is still Conser, and it's crossed towards the back post, which Malan has to deal with. What a run from Conser. Stay up there, mate. We've won the corner. You can have an attack at this. Dickinson is cleared off the line. I thought I was going to be 2-0. Consta does not stay up there as Ryan Leonard's going to pick this one back up and look for another cross towards the middle. It's in towards the middle and Dow's up. Cleared away. Oh, sorry, that was Hakib actually. Here's McDonald now. And I thought we'd gone 2-0 up. But unfortunately for us, the defender clears it off the line. Here is Endow. Endow to Walker. Walker to Leonard. Leonard on the turn for Crewe Alexandra. Leonard into the area he goes. It's going to be another corner. Come on, boys. Let's get this second goal and wrap up these points. Leonard again towards the middle. This time it's McDonald on the head. It's cleared away again. McDonald's going to be back up, though, towards the middle. Cleared away by Yom. And it's now going to come to Consta, who brings it down brilliantly. What a touch from Consta. Consta with a cross. It's going to come as far as Rose. Rose to Hakib. This is great pressure. We need to find this second, though. We've got to make use of this pressure. Walker. Walker to Endow. Endow on the turn. Still Endow. And still Endow with a shot now. It's Rose in the middle. It's punched away. It's Rose. No, yes, it is. Crewe Alexandra take a 2-goal lead. The keeper in no man's land. He's got to get that ball when he commits himself. He doesn't win the ball. And Crewe are 2-0 up. Get in. And the problem for Barnsley now is that goalkeeper just cannot believe. The shot comes in. You can see he commits himself. And he just doesn't get the ball. Rose does what he should do in order and just basically tries to get his head on that one. And to the disheart of all the Barnsley players, they just can't believe that they are now 2-0 down in the game. To be fair to us, though, we piled on the pressure there. We were on the edge of the area for like 5, 6, maybe even 7 in-game minutes there. We had to get something out of that pressure that we piled on, and we got it in abundance. It's 2-0 now. If we can hold on here, the points are coming back with us. Get that on that Walker. There we go. Oh, sorry, Green it is actually, not Walker. What am I talking about? Oh, great turn from Lamine Endow, and he's on the edge of the area. Endow for 3. Was that power behind it? It's not quite the accuracy that it required. Going to make a couple of changes now because of the fact that I want to make sure our players are fully fit. So, Leonard, you've had a good game, mate, but you're going to give way for George Evans. And, we'll also... Why not? Let's bring on Kinsella. See if he can... Wait, I'm out of substitutes. Oh, yeah, I brought on Riley, and I was forced into the change early on, wasn't I, for Hudson-Odoi. So just the one change then. Evans on for Ryan Leonard. We'll see how long Hudson-Odoi is going to be out for at the end of this game. Hopefully not too long because of the fact that we already got that injury to, of course, Gomez. I don't want to have a situation where we're going to have loads of players out injured, especially when we're trying to push for Championship football next season. Oh, my goodness me, what a save by Green. One-handed, keeps it out. It's still 2-0, and we're still on course for a clean sheet. Defending again, though, from me, not fantastic. But once again, ref, you know, consistency. Because just before that, I feel like we should have had a free kick. Walker on a long run here. Can he make something of this chance? Walker towards the back post. It's not a good ball in the end. And that's going to be cleared away. But we're in their half. We can pile on the pressure, as I said. I love a bit of pressure. Here is Rose to Hakib. Lovely little 1-2. Hakib with a turn back onto that left foot of his. Whips a great cross towards the middle. Walker with a flash header goalwards. Why? Oh, he's offside. Okay, I was going to say, why have I given something away there, ref? But rightfully so, he's offside. I am actually left speechless. Oh, my goodness me. Like... How do we concede such good goals? I know it's got to be something like really good to beat Green because he's one of the top rated goalkeepers. But like, again, how many times over would you see that go into the back of the net in this league? Green can't believe it because he should have had a clean sheet from today's game. But somehow, with 2 minutes remaining, the clean sheet goes and it's a worldie of a strike. Once again. I am left speechless. I don't want to lose this, so I'm going to try and keep hold of the ball. They're going to pile on the pressure as well, so I've got to make sure I pick the right passes here. But as I said, 2 minutes to go from time. Gave away the goal, and the clean sheet is now gone. But truth be told, I don't think there was really that much that I could have done to have stopped that goal. Riley up the other end now, trying to find something. We'll take that corner, and we'll keep it in this corner. I just don't know how on earth I could have stopped that from going in. Hakib with a cross towards the middle. It's a chance for McDonald. It's a good save from Davis. And that should now be the referee's whistle coming off. And Rose will actually stop that. There we go. 2-1 win. Arguably could have been more if it wasn't for that ridiculous strike 2 minutes from time. But we get the victory. And match facts again. We battered Barnsley there. We didn't really deserve to concede that one. But still 3 points regardless. We'll take it and move forward. So I'm going to swap out Green and put Hill into it now with the training because, of course, Green is like 74 rated. So let's train up Hill a little bit, get him to a good overall, and we can have like 2 really good goalkeepers, which potentially we can sell one on later on if we, of course, decide which one we want to do. So Kinsella's up to 60 rated as well. That's pretty good. And as you can see, we're 3rd in the table after 5 games. We even have a game against Exeter coming up now, who were League 2 with us last season. So I might sim this one, I might not, I'll see. Frank Voss is back from injury, which is good. Got some scouting reports back on a couple of players. Again, I'll check these out and we'll make some decisions on them later on. But actually, I didn't know Jordan Rossiter was 70 rated. That might be a good signing. But anyways, let's get into this next game and hopefully pick up another 3 points. Okay, so it is at home against Exeter. I will go ahead and sim this one to see if we have a team that can beat newly promoted Exeter with us. They've beat Rotherham and Port Vale recently, but they did lose to Bradford, who, of course, we beat in game number 1. Lee yellow carded inside 2 minutes. Usually means if you get a yellow card that early on that you're probably going to get a red card. So we'll have to keep tabs on that. And Ruben Reid actually gives them the lead, if that is the same Reid I think it is. If not, then I apologise, but Reid has given them the lead away from home. If we lose to Exeter, I'll be gutted. Like, you know what I mean? Thank you. Dickinson gets us back on level terms. Come on, boys. Don't lose it in the last few minutes. That'll be heartbreaking. And we didn't. We get a 1-1 draw, though. So, don't know how I feel about that. Because we were against Exeter. And Exeter came up with us last year. Yeah. Slightly disappointing. Anyways, more training. And there we go. Hill is up to a 62. So, I think it'll be probably by the end of the season we'll have 2 70-rated goalkeepers already, which, as I said, will be really, really good. Game against Blackburn, who are 3rd in the table right now. We're going to have to play this one because they are quite high up. I even have to make a couple of changes because of certain players having a few issues with fitness. So, Hudson-Odoi is back from injury, but I don't want to throw him straight back in. And we'll keep the side pretty much as it is, barring that man on the screen right there, Frank Voss, is coming back into the bench. He might get a start today. We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to have to bring in Riley back at right back. But for now, that's okay. Same side. We've got a tough game. Hopefully, we'll get a victory. Of course, Blackburn, former Premier League team, of course. Not so long ago that I don't remember it. But they were once a Premier League side. So let's see if Crewe have the capability in order to beat Blackburn here. That Blackburn kit actually doesn't look half bad. I actually kind of like that kit. It looks pretty good. Of course, they got Bradley Dack. He was signed. Sorry, one of you asked me to take a look at him. So I guess we'll be able to see what he's like in this one. And we'll be able to make a decision based on that later on. But for now, we've got a tough job on our hands in order to try and get a victory here. It's going to be a very difficult game. But we've got the capability and the players in order to cause them danger. It's just about taking chances. I've just realised, is Evans starting the game in centre mid today? I think he is. In which case, that might have been a mistake on my part because I'm not sure I'm meant to keep him in that side. So I'll have to make sure that I don't, kind of make a mistake because he is more of an attacking-minded player than a defensive one. So I can't really get caught on the counter. How has Hakeem not got there? It's right next to you, Hakeem. Don't let him whip a cross in. Honestly, I have no idea what this referee's doing. Why is that a free kick? What has he seen that I haven't there? Because truth be told, I don't know why these decisions are getting given against us. And I have no pass on here, so I have to try and get it out with Rose. There's absolutely nothing to work with at the moment. Hakeem, great turn actually. Nice ball roll. Gets past his man. Still Hakeem. And still Hakeem. Looks for Dickinson. Dickinson to Kinsella. Kinsella for 1-0. Yes! It's his first Crewe Alexandra goal. And we worked it so well indeed. I said I was hoping he'd get 100. There's the first of the 100. Oh my goodness me. Great work from Hakeem. Finds a pass through to Dickinson, who gets there just ahead of the defender. And there is Kinsella at the back post to put us in front. The question is, what played him onside? I thought for a second that the ref was going to give an offside rule there, but nope, he allows play on. And Michael Kinsella has scored his first Crewe Alexandra goal, signed for free, and he might become a club legend. What a way to get your first goal. Great play from Dickinson and Hakeem, as I said. Major props to those guys for the creation of that one. But as it looks so bleak, we were giving away free kicks in dangerous areas. We've taken the lead in this game. Leonard to Riley. Riley, Hakeeb, back to Riley. Lovely little one-touch play, and this is great. Hakeeb now into Rose. Rose, no, that's not the pass. Why didn't you just lay it to the edge of the area where Ryan Leonard was? That's what I was trying to find. I saw him on the edge of the area, Ryan Leonard, sorry, with Rose, and I thought if I play that there, he's going to have a chance to shoot. And for some reason, he tried to play it to Kinsella. Oh, that could have been 2. Lovely play, Rose back to Kinsella for 2. Oh my goodness me. That is how you introduce yourself to the away fans. What a finish. Lovely touch, Kinsella. Nice 1-2 with Rose. And he gets his second of the afternoon and his second in a Crewe Alexandra shirt. Lads, I don't know what to say. Is this kid going to become a legend for us? That's going to be the question behind it. But for now, Michael Kinsella, with 2 of today's 2 goals, has got us surely 3 points on the road if I can defend well enough. Great play from Dickinson to steal that one back. Kinsella back to him as well. Lovely one-touch play. Here is Dickinson. Whip a good cross for me, son. No, that's not quite good enough, but we still have it. Now backwards to Reece James. James into Evans. Evans. Who did I actually take off? I don't think I took off anybody yet, so I might make a change. Oh, Hakeeb to Leonard. Leonard towards Kinsella for the hat-trick. No, where is Kinsella? Oh, he's on the edge of the area. He's there. I was looking for him to try and maybe find that hat-trick. Couldn't do it. Great players. Rose is through for free. Potentially got no support, so he's going to have to take it on. Oh, my goodness me. What a finish. What a finish. A minute to go here at this game. And Crewe take the 3rd of the afternoon. As I said, no support. Had to take it on. But what a cool finish that was from Rose. He knew exactly where he wanted to put this one. And he found it very, very nicely indeed. Fantastic finish. Well done, son. Tell you what, you guys have some really good ideas. And this one to switch to a 4-4-2 is very, very helpful because he played very well today. Keeper does get a touch on that, actually. But regardless, Rose still gets credited. And it is 3-0. We are heading for a clean sheet. But more importantly, 3 points. There we go. It is the 3 points and the 3-0 win. 2 from Michael Kinsella, 1 from Rose. And we come away with the points. Blackburn had 0 shots. We did ever so well to keep them down there. Exeter drawing at Plymouth. Again, they seem to be getting draws at the moment. I actually want to check where Exeter are in this division, just so I can see. And we'll check out and obviously see how they're getting on. But that is a great, great win. And we have done bits there to get that win. Look at that. We are in 2nd place. 5 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. Bolton, the only team to have defeated us so far in this season, are still unbeaten at the top of the table. Full credit to them. Exeter in 11th place at the moment. And if you look down the table, it is looking like that. So, yeah, I feel like that defeat to Bolton wasn't as bad as I made out. You know, they are top of the table at the end of the day. So, they are the team to beat. And the fact they beat us probably suggests that they'll be heading for promotion this season. We'll have to wait and find out. But we've got to get against Wycombe. I might sim this to end the episode off. They are in 14th place. So I think that's what I'll do. And that'll then send us into 8 games played. Hopefully we'll get the win. In fact, I'm going to make a change because I don't want to get injuries. That's the most important thing I've got to remember. So we're going to bring on Hudson-Odoi. And we'll bring in Voss for Hakeeb because he's a little bit unfit at the moment. And I'm also going to bring in Lamine Ndao back in that spot there. For now, that's the side we're going to go with. Let's get into the final game of today's episode. Wycombe, the sim game. I will play more games in the future, guys. It's just for now, I've got to work out some stuff regarding the series, of course, because I want to make sure that the episodes aren't like 50 minutes long. And when I do these live, the episodes tend to be like longer because of the fact I just rattle on about nonsense. So I apologise for that. But regardless, this will be the last game. Wycombe away as Riley and James score within 2 minutes of each other and give us a 2-0 lead. That's fantastic. Come on, boys. We're heading for 3 points if we can hold on. But Figueroa gives them 1 back. Don't concede a second. Please. Rose, it's 3. Get in. There we go. We're guaranteed the points now. There it is. 3 points again. That's fantastic. Honestly, guys, I really, really, really am happy with how this is going. 8 games in. We're sat 2nd. Bolton winning again, though. Just showing why they are probably the team to beat this year. So we'll see how that's going to pan out. But Kinsella up by 1. Hill up by 1 as well. Some growth coming out of our players, which is very nice to see. Kinsella's finishing growing pretty decent as well. I just want to check before we go, actually, of Kinsella. How much how much acceleration and sprint speed does he have? have even. I can't talk today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Let's check that out. Kinsella. Okay, so he's not a slouch at all. He's pretty quick. I'm very happy with that, actually. And that's pretty decent. So, as I said, we've got a little bit of money to work with. Of course, we're going to be waiting on the January transfer window down to use it, though. And in terms of some of the players I was looking at bringing in, Eddie Nikita would have been decent. He could have come in on loan, but he didn't want to. Amin Gori, I think, is, of course, another loan player I was looking at. But again, a little bit too much for me. And this was the man, actually, that I was looking at and thinking his contract expires in 10 months, but he's only 21. So I can't, unfortunately, sign him. It's going to be a bit of an issue, that. But we have got a couple of players that we might be trying to sign on pre-contracts later on. Reese Hill wants to play more than he has been. Fair enough, Reese. I understand your frustrations. I'll try and give you some more game time later on down the line. But for now, that's how the league table looks as we end today's episode off. Bolton still unbeaten, the only team in the division left to be unbeaten. In terms of player stats, we have got Rose in there on 4 goals at the moment. He's the top scorer for us. Ryan Leonard with the top assist, and Rose in there on 4 as well. Very good from Rose. Clean sheets-wise, we're up there with green, yellow cards and red cards. We don't pick up many, so he shouldn't be in there either. Let's check out the calendar then, see what we've got to come. Oxford is the next game, followed up by Oldham. We then take on Blackburn in the Checker Trade Trophy. Doncaster, Shrewsbury, and a few other games. Let's check out, actually, when we next face Bolton, because that could be quite an interesting game. We play them in... Well, we play them the second to last game of the season. So let's not worry about that for now. That's a long, long way in the future, and we still have a long way to go regarding that. So hopefully, anyways, guys, that is how we are ending today's episode off. If you did enjoy it, a like rate greatly appreciated. I'm going to go out and pick up a Scout Future Star as well, because why not, basically, you know? Why not? Scout has been dispatched. I'll come back to you next episode when he arrives. Other than that, though, guys, that is how we end today's episode off. I'll see you all again at 4 PM UK time tomorrow for yet another video. We've got that gaming and Oxford to come, which we'll play next episode. And I'll catch you all again tomorrow, guys. See you all then. Adios.